Well, hello guys, welcome back for the third and final time of this day. I am back with the review of this week's chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins, 164 of its name, the Unsurrendering. And we start right off the bat with a pretty naughty cover, if you ask me. We have the couples, Bon and Elaine, and Meliodas and Elizabeth, with the legend, even if your body is swallowed by darkness, I'll never let go of your hand. And it seems like good old Meliodas is holding to something more than Elizabeth's hand, if you know what I mean. But enough of these naughty covers that we all love and like, and let us go straight to the chapter. A very fun chapter, all in all. And the lore announces the winners of the first match, names Elizabeth and Elaine, and Taizo is the one that actually announces that. The lore only sends it. And with this, the first tag match battle comes to an end, with the combo of Elizabeth and Elaine being the winners. And the Meraki assassins, the Meraki people, they try to not apologize. They are thankful for the princess and saying that they could never be in debt to her like that. And she suggested that they should rest. And they, yes, for now we will. But before they can finish that sentence, they are swallowed by the hand. And God only knows what happened to them. I really have no clue. I don't think that they are dead. Because there's a lot of interesting characters in this tag match battle for them to die. Because imagine if Hendrickson and Griamore lose the fight, which is bound to happen. Or maybe not, but let's imagine. If they're swallowed by the hand, how can Hendrickson die like that? It's not possible. So, by that process of thought, neither can the Meraki assassins. That's just what I think. I really don't want them to die. Now that we know that the Meraki kingdom was actually friends with Leones, I want to see that develop in the future. It would be interesting. I don't know if there's going to be any more Seven Deadly Sins after the Ten Commandments arc, but it would be pretty cool. I keep looking at there because I don't know. The camera is here, so I should look there. So I hope to see more of the Meraki and Leona's friendship, because now that Elizabeth fought with the Meraki and that some light was shed over the Meraki's distraction, maybe they can settle their differences of the past and become friends again. But the Glokshini and Dolor don't care about that. And the next match that begins is, to my surprise, and also enjoyment, the next match is Meliodas and Ban versus the Blue Demons, Quazo and Tazo. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. It's been a week and I forgot their names. So yeah. And my god, are they fast. For being bird-like, I was expecting them to be fast, but Jesus, that's fast. And they are already flying. And Ban and Meliodas start talking. Well, if they're flying, it's going to be a pain to catch them. Yeah. If we can't fly, they are actually playing dirty, aren't they? And then starts the most stupid, random, out of nowhere argument in the story of the Seven Deadly Sins. Ban just says, you just want to get this over with so you can go cuddle up with, so you can go touch Elizabeth, right? Oh, please, like you're not dying to go snuggle with Elaine. These guys just start arguing over who wants to go to their respective girlfriends. And then Meliodas calls Ban immature, and he's just like, who's immature? And then his arm just gets cut off. Just like that. And then Meliodas is like, where's your hand, dude? And then, don't change the subject. I mean, what? A demon just cut off his hand. But then the hand regrows, of course. It's Ban. And they just keep arguing. Meliodas says, actually Ben says, that Meliodas gets all excited just for touching Elizabeth's ass. But Meliodas says it's not like that. It's not just an ass. If you had some boobies along that, that would be cool. And the demon goes swarming towards him, and it gets his claws stuck on Meliodas' face. And the demon is like, "Oh my god, I lost my hand." No, the demon doesn't actually talk. But imagine if he talked, that's what he would say. And then they keep arguing. Meliodas says that Elizabeth's figure is not something that Ban understands, and Ban goes to punch Meliodas, but he punches the demon who was rushing towards Meliodas and kills him. Effectively, blows his head. And the other just powers up, and they keep arguing. Ban saying that Elaine is better than Elizabeth, and just argue about their girls. And then Meliodas goes and kicks Bun in the face, and Bun goes back to and falls on the demon. And that's something that I was like, what? How can the demon die from being squashed by Bun? But it's not that heavy, I guess. But I guess the force of impact from being kicked by Meliodas was enough to kill him. And then Meliodas is like, he's all serious. I just love his face. He's saying this, and don't you forget it. Elizabeth's the best. And he's like, Meliodas is the best. And as Bun is getting up, he notices that, hey, how the hell did this guy die? And then Meliodas says, well, look, this one's dead as well. Oh, those guys have been wiped out. Well, I guess that means we won. GG. We won the match. And now it starts a very interesting part of the chapter. Now let's get serious here, if possible. Ban says that the princess lucked out for getting paired with Elaine, because Elaine is the woman that protected the Fairy King's forest for 700 years. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part is what Meliodas says. That Elizabeth actually converted the entire demon army long ago all by herself. Now wait a second. Wait a second. Come again? Even Bunny is like, well, what? The princess over there converted the demon army? And when you say long ago, how long exactly are you talking about? Now, if you remember, I believe it was in the arc that they were training with the druids, that when they left, one of the master druids, said that Elizabeth was Liz's reincarnation. What if she's not only Liz's reincarnation, but she's from a lineage of reincarnations? And that means Liz was the reincarnation of someone, and that someone was the reincarnation of someone before, and so on until 300 years ago, or was it 3000? I don't remember. I don't remember how long the demon army was wiped out, but I don't think 300. I guess 300 is a good number. 3000 seems a lot. And Meliodas doesn't answer, of course, and the announcer makes it official, and with the up-down fist bump, this fist bump was amazing. Just Bun fist bumping down, Meliodas fist bumping up, just the bro fisting up. The victors, the duo of the dragon sheen of wrath, Meliodas, and the fox sheen of greed, Bun, they came out on top. And now we have a little bit of a conversation between Gloxinia and Dolor, actually stating that Meliodas' strength is the real thing, as they remember, as it was ever, and as it was ever. But they still believe that they are the ones that will come out on top. But it's interesting that he says this because the reality of the situation is there are still many uncertain factors. So he considers those uncertain factors. He doesn't he believes that they will be victorious, but it doesn't discard the uncertain factors because there are others that got their attention. And those are apparently Diane and King, who, again, to my surprise, are fighting. Well, to my surprise, and now to my enjoyment again, because it's a pretty good matchup. We have Diane and King versus Dollar's Golem and Glockshinia's Flower Doll, which, now that I think about it, is a pretty well made match. But things are more serious than we think. King is bleeding. Castifol is cast aside. And even when the Jan says he hasn't taken any damage, King is still bleeding. How can it be? The truth is, King fell prey to the ultimate weapon. And I'm already laughing. King fell prey to the ultimate weapon, which are Diane's boobs. I mean, I don't even know how he got there. And I'm sorry, I'm just laughing my ass off. I don't know how he got there. The only explanation I came up with is, now let's get serious here. You know that Diane lost her memory after the fight with Galan. My bet is that she doesn't remember King, and so she believes, through King's appearance, that she believes that he's weak. And as a means of protecting him and totally innocent thinking, Diane actually picked him up and put him there. That's my belief. That's what I think happened. And that's the only plausible explanation I can come up with. The fact that Diane lost her memory, she doesn't remember King or his strength. And so, as a means of thinking she was protecting him, she placed him in the most safe place he could be, between her own boobies. So, when poor King is almost dying. And yes, it was a very fun ending. I was not expecting this. But better yet, it seems that yet another good fight is coming our way. Seven Deadly Sins Chapter 165, The Odd Couple, releases next Monday, and as the title says, and based on the ending of this chapter, we will see King's and Diane's fight against Dolor Golem and Gloxinia's Flower Doll, which is going to be very, very, very interesting. If you remember my predictions on the matches, I actually thought that Ban and Meliodas would be the ones to face the Golem and the Doll. But now that I see this matchup, I'm like, it's correct. How did I not think of this? It's a match made in heaven because we have the current fairy king and the descendant of and the giant facing against the dark spawns of the god of the giants and the first fairy king. It makes total sense. So yeah, I am very eager to see the next chapter, as I am with all the other chapters I reviewed today. And it was a bit of a shorter video. I'm sorry for that, but as you saw, the chapter is not really that eventful. Eventful, let's call it like that. It was Meliodas and Bond's fight. It was a pretty fun fight, don't get me wrong. And then the beginning of King and Diane's fight. So if this video is a little bit on the short side, I am sorry for that. You have the other videos to make up for that, nearly half an hour on the One Piece video and 20 or so minutes on the Fairy Tail video. And for today, I am done. This is the third video of today that I'm recording today. It's already night time. I'm getting cold, so my voice is just failing me right now. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed it. Comment on the section on the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Ban and Meliodas' battle, on what will happen in King and Naiad's battle, and most of all, I want to know your opinions on Meliodas' statement about Elizabeth. Do you agree with my theory? Do you have a theory on your own? Please share it with me on the comment section below. And as always, for the third time today, hope you have enjoyed it. The comment section below is yours to use and abuse. Tell me what you think of my overall performance and the quality of the videos, and I'm gonna be off today for good. There won't be any videos after this, so I will see you next Monday.